Let me tell you what clients actually want from their virtual assistants. I've worked with founders for almost a decade, and in these years, I can confidently tell you what separates virtual assistants that clients love versus virtual assistants that they replace easily. Here's the thing about founders and business owners. They are very busy, and that is why they are hiring you. And so they're not hiring someone to just do tasks for them. I mean, it's something they've been doing even before they realized they needed a virtual assistant. They're hiring you because they are drowning, they are overwhelmed, and they have a lot of things that are eating into their time every single day. So when they hire a virtual assistant, they're not just looking for a task executor, they are looking for someone that can give them actual relief, someone that can give them peace of mind. They're looking for someone who can take things off their plate and also handle everything without consistent supervision. And that's what most virtual assistants in this era get it wrong. They think that clients are just hiring because they need tasks to get done, but that is not the case. Now let me break down the 5 things that clients usually want. The first thing is founders want proactive problem solvers. They don't want to tell you every single thing to do. They want you to see the problem ahead of time and solve them before they even notice that there is a problem. So for example, let's say you are managing a client's inbox, and one of the recurring messages that come into their email is their customer maybe asking for a refund or asking where they can purchase one of their popular products. A passive virtual assistant will continue to respond to that message manually, even if they get that particular message 5 times or even 50 times in a day. But a proactive virtual assistant will go ahead to create an FAQ canned message on Gmail and automate it such that when a customer sends a message with that particular keyword, the Gmail will respond automatically with the FAQ canned message. And that is a problem that has been solved. And things like this are what make virtual assistants indispensable. The second thing that founders want is a virtual assistant with ownership mentality. This is so important and also my favorite. When you're working with the client, you want to make sure that you see that business as your business. Because think about it, if that business wins, it means that you are winning because it is going to make a huge impact in your portfolio to land the next client and even make more money off that new client than you're making with the old one. So when you have ownership mentality, you don't just do what you are told, you think ahead, you suggest better things, and you also even sometimes push back on certain things that your client suggests that will not bring any impact into the business. And the thing is, founders can actually tell when someone is just doing all they can so that they can get paid at the end of the month versus when someone is really and genuinely interested in their business. And when they discover somebody like that, they will hold you by your neck. I mean, they will not want to let you go. They will never want to let you go. And you may be wondering, how will clients notice this? The thing is, it shows up in different ways. It shows up in the details, it shows up in your quality of work, it shows up in the kind of suggestions that you make during meetings or even at the start of a new month, like recommendations to the client and also to their business. Ownership mentality is quite rare, and so clients pay premium fee for that particular trait. The third thing clients want is clear communication. I mean, clients are very busy. They don't want to be chasing you for updates. They don't want to be asking you questions every time, and they don't have time to decode vague messages. So they want communication that is clear, that is concise, and also proactive. Let me give you an example of what good communication looks like. So instead of sending a message to say, "Hi client," or "Hi Mr. Jendo, I am currently working on the task and will send it shortly," you can send something like, "Hi Mr. Jendo, I am currently working on the task of managing your calendar. I will be done by 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. and you can take a look to let me know if it is good to go with you or not." You see the difference between the first communication and the second communication? The first one is just vague, but the second one is very specific, gives a timeline, and also lets the client know what to expect. The thing is, founders, business owners, they have over 1 million things in their mind. So you want to make sure that you are actually making their life easier. The fourth thing is reliability. You may want to say, "Oh, Jen, this is simple. Everybody knows that they have to be reliable." But you'll be so surprised at the number of virtual assistants that are not reliable. Every day they are giving excuses of internet, every day they are giving excuses of electricity, every day they are giving one excuses to the other. Reliability means meeting deadlines without reminders, doing the things you said you would do and at the right time, being available when you said you'd be available, and also delivering quality work consistently. The truth is, a lot of business owners have been burned before, because this is remote work. Some people promise that they are going to be reliable, but they end up taking the job and miss a lot of deadlines, and in fact ghost clients, and it makes clients doubt you. And that is why my first rule when I start working with a new client is, for the next 3 months I want to make sure that when this client thinks of Jenn, they think that, oh, Jenn is really reliable, because I will answer you even when I am not supposed to answer you when you send a message. An example is, if you say you deliver something by Friday, I would even advise you to deliver it on Thursday instead. That is the law of that is the law of under-promising and over-delivering, and that works so well when you're trying to convince a client that you are reliable. And finally, founders, business owners, they want a virtual assistant that will always make them look good. When you're responding to emails for clients, when you are engaging with team members or their customers for them, whatever mistake you make, whatever good things you do is reflecting on them. So this means at all times your communication needs to be 100% professional. It needs to be clear as always. It needs to be concise, and your interactions should always leave people with positive impressions. The truth is, the best virtual assistants leave their clients looking very organized and loved by their audience or by their customers or clients. These are the things that they actually want, but they don't have the time to do it, so they hire you to help them achieve that. That's it. If you do these 5 things, you won't just be a virtual assistant, you will actually be a partner that your clients want to continue working with for a very long time. If this video gave you clarity on what clients actually want, then you want to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel if you are not, because I'm posting videos every day for the next 100 days to help you improve your career, to help you land your next client, to help you become a better virtual assistant, whether you are running a freelancing virtual assistant career or you are running a virtual assistant business. Comment below which of the 5 things I mentioned are you strongest at, and which of them do you need to improve on, and I will see you in the next video.